Hey yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 38 of Husker Hype Radio. As always, Eddie Rosenthal, me, joined by Aaron Worsfold and Eli Forsman, aka Dr. E-Rock. He's drinking the Cornhead Lager. He's already chugging it, just got off work. This guy's a fucking nutball, man. And so am I. Let's talk some Husker football, baby. Huh?
Yes, sir.
What do we say? Anything else before we get started? I mean, nothing too big this week. We got a couple of roster talk about. We can talk about the Super Bowl. We got a little fun little we're going to talk about maybe some new traditions that we think Nebraska might bring to game day.
Jimmy Harbaugh leaving Michigan.
Jimmy Harbaugh leaves Michigan and is now a Los Angeles Charger. And that's a win-win for your boy here, Ed, in Southern California. Now I feel like I hate Jim Harbaugh at Michigan. I love him at the Chargers.
Which is great.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to be a full Charger fan this year. I usually, I don't have another team other than Nebraska. I bleed red, shit, corn. That's all I do. But now I feel like I have something to root for in the Chargers. I like Jim Harbaugh, but I didn't like him at Michigan. He's a weird, kooky guy, and I think he fits well at the Chargers, and they're going to win the Super Bowl next year.
Good for Harbaugh. Good for Justin Herbert.
Good for Justin Herbert. Good for
Nebraska.
Good for. Cheers to that. Cheers to that, baby.
Cheers to that, buddy.
And now it's Matt Rule's time.
Yep.
It's Matt Rule's time. We were saying that Aaron and I were actually in Steamboat, Colorado this past weekend. Had a good time. We were with some Iowa guys. And things got a little heated because on the TV we saw that Jim Harbaugh got hired. And what did we say, Aaron?
Well, you said now it's what you just said. We said it's our time. It's Matt Rule's time. We can't wait. It's so exciting. And then they're all like, "Oh, Nebraska. What about Iowa?" And then we're all like 5-0.
Where's your offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Wait, do you guys even have an offensive? At that point in time, they didn't even have an offensive coordinator yet, and we got fucking two of them.
Still don't. I mean, they hired somebody, but dog shit.
Let's talk about him, Tim Lester. What do we know about Tim Lester? I mean, he was at this season. He was at Green Bay, correct, as an offensive analyst.
Believe so. And then before that, he was at Western Michigan University and didn't do too well there.
Yeah. So, I mean, Kirk Ferentz just, again, pushing for mediocrity in the program. You got to love it. I mean, I feel like that was their kind of last resort thing. If you're looking for a guy for almost 3 months and you can't find one at the 84th day of trying to hire somebody, probably not your number one guy.
Yeah.
They spent all their money on Caden Proctor.
Exactly. Yeah. And did you see the Twitter video where Caden Proctor basically admitted to tampering with he said, yeah, he was at the basketball game. He was like, yeah, during the middle of the season when I wasn't doing too well at Alabama, they called me up and asked me if I wanted to come over and play. It's like, you can't say that. You can't say that.
But please keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah. I saw also in some news that Tennessee is in some hot water again too, with their quarterback and NIL, and his last name. It's pretty funny. It's like I'm Oliva, so he might actually leave. I don't know what it is. Maybe they got a couple of cars for his family and shit. I don't know what they're doing over at the Volunteer State. But not at Nebraska, man. Matt Rule's doing it right. I'm glad we have him. I'm glad we have not Tim Lester, but Glenn Thomas. Did we talk about Glenn last week?
I remember talking about Glenn.
Didn't we talk about him a little bit? Excuse me.
I think our basis of Glenn Thomas was in Rule we trust.
Oh, yep.
That's basically what we were talking about with Glenn. I don't want to be the guy that sounds like an expert about him. But Matt Rule hired on a guy to the staff, and in Rule we trust.
Mm-hmm. And
that's
go listen to podcast number 36 to get our take on that one, boys.
yeah. Aaron, we forgot to do a promo up in Steamboat. We missed out on that.
Damn it. I
Whatever.
also wanted to do a impromptu 10-20 minute pod with Jacob Vince, our good Iowa buddy, just to get the hair flying.
We should have started recording like a voice memo right there when we were doing all that and just send that out, but we didn't.
Well, one of these days we'll have to have Jacob zoom in and talk because he's a
Yeah.
talker.
Yeah, the guy loves to talk. Okay, guys. Let's talk a little bit of Husker football. Today, some news was released. They just released the first 2024 roster. It's now on Huskers.com. There's a couple of guys that were on the roster last year and not on this year. Number 1, linebacker Grant Taggy, grandson of former Nebraska national championship winning quarterback Jerry Taggy, West Side guy, not on the roster anymore. I mean, with Stephon Thompson coming in, John Bullock staying,
Buddha.
I think Buddha, yeah. It just would have been hard for him, but I mean, you would have loved to still see a Husker legacy on there, maybe go down on special teams and light somebody's head off, But best of luck to Grant in the future, I guess. I feel like we never really saw him play anywhere on the field. He might have played special teams last year. I feel like he was a kickoff guy last year on special teams.
I think so. I think he was on kickoff.
Well, that's about it. Here's an interesting one. Probably the most interesting one, I think, is Kane Williams, a guy who transferred from Alabama. I think he was a 5-star coming out of high school and transferred out of Alabama to Nebraska. And I think we're all pretty excited about him. He came here during Frost's reign, correct?
I think
he did. We're going correct.
Kane Williams' redshirt freshman year was 2022.
So yeah. So yeah, he came.
Yeah, Frost last year. He redshirted under Joseph, but didn't play at all. Last year was the first year he played 4 games.
He only played 4 games. So that's kind of, I think it's the same thing kind of with Grant in Grant's boat, where we got Marquise coming back. We got Deshaun coming back. Isaac Gifford, he's back too. We could probably maybe see Chief Borders be in the mix at that safety position. Mario Buford. There's just so many guys to list that I'm excited about that Kane was like, fuck, man. What am I going to do? And honestly, do you want a guy who is going to come out of like not even play spring ball, already give up? Like, best of luck to Kane, but if you can't roll with the big dogs, then
they're not eating out of the fucking bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. If you're not going to be part of the wolf pack, then don't even try to get in the hen house, because there ain't going to be none for you. All the boys are going to eat them up before you. Those feathers are going to be in Isaac Gifford's mouth. They're not going to be in yours, Kane. I'm sorry. This kind of leads me to the question, guys, another safety that I thought was going to kind of make a lot of plays this past year, but really played probably just as much as Kane, is Corey Collier from Florida. And we haven't really heard about him too much either. I mean, what do we think's up with Corey? He's still on the roster. So what do we think's up with Corey?
They said he has good athleticism. He's got to meet the playbook of the Division I level. So he's got that Florida athleticism, but he's just got to get a little more mentally in there.
Okay. Now we know. Corey Collier,
gosh, what's our defensive back coach's name?
Barthel.
Hoop? Oh,
no, you're right.
Aaron Cooper.
Barthel's the running backs coach.
Yeah, Cooper came out last year in a press conference and talked about him.
Okay. So Corey Collier, 6'1", 190 out of Miami, Florida. He's going to be a junior this year. I feel like I like Corey. And I think I want to say he played a lot at Florida. but just I guess with Nebraska, the standard for
Three games at Florida. That was his redshirt freshman year and recorded not that many tackles.
okay. I'm just talking out of my ass here.
Oh, excuse me. No, he played 2 games in 2021 and then played in 3 games in 2022. So he's technically going into his 4th year, correct? Yep.
Yep. Listed as a junior with all the COVID stuff.
Right.
So it'd be cool to see Corey Collier play. I feel like I think that he's got it. Hopefully, he's a Florida boy, and I think this Nebraska staff is really big on Florida guys. So it'd be good, I think, if he played a little bit. 3 more guys that are not on the roster. Offensive lineman Keegan Menning, who actually made an appearance in episode 8 of the Husker Hype Radio podcast with our boy TK, which had to be taken down. Keegan Menning, if you remember, was that was TK's roommate. Do you remember that, Aaron?
Yep. And then he was like, "Yeah, I'll come on the podcast whenever."
Yeah. Maybe we get him on now as an ex-Husker, because he's not under Matt Rule's reign anymore. Matt Rule, we love you, but we just also would love if you'd let us interview your players. We're not bad guys. We're really not. We're not bad guys. We just like to drink beer and talk Husker football, man.
Crucified
That's all
guy.
it is. Yeah.
Crucified guy for wanting to drink some fucking beer and talk football.
I love this team. I love this program, man. And all I want to do is put a little bit of hype into it. What's the problem with that?
We support the program when we drink beer, all right? We support the program still.
We're trying to get a new demographic. The new generation of Nebraska fans need to be hyped up for something, and we're getting that. That's what we're trying to do. That's what I mean. I think that we need to go pitch to Trev and Matt and have a meeting with them. Sit down and talk to them and say, guys, what we're trying to do here, we're not. It's nothing. We're not being aggressive. We're trying to fucking build something here at Nebraska. Add on to this historical program. That's all we want to do.
You want a cold one, Matt? Hey, Trev, take one of these corn. Take one of these moves.
You can't tell the story of Husker football without Husker Hype Radio.
Exactly.
Not this generation.
It's going to be in the history books, man. It's going to be in the history books. They're going to talk about Husker Hype Radio, guys who came up during Scott Frost's reign, and they stayed hyped throughout all of it. When it was the lowest of the low, when we didn't think it could be any lower, it got lower. And then Matt Rule came, and Husker Hype Radio was there with him through the first season, the second season, the third season. When they go 15-0 and with a fucking national championship, we're there, hoisting it up with the team. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen, baby. Reese Davis is going to call us up to the stage, and we're just going to be like this. Just all fireballs.
I'm going to keep these down. I'm on the stage. I'm not going to flip them up. I'm keeping these boys down.
Yeah. Well, you got to flip those puppies down.
There's no way I make it that far. There's no way I make it that far. I'm ejected halftime. We make national championship. Maybe first drive. Ejected.
Oh no! You know how the Pat McAfee show, like they have a little on ESPN2, they have their own commentary.
Oh yeah.
But we're gonna be that when Nebraska plays on ESPN. Yeah, we'll take over that spot. We'll say, Pat, take a break today, buddy. We got it. We got this primetime game. Don't worry about it. Hopefully they'll allow beer on the sideline, at least just for us. I mean, they probably will. All right. Well, we started talking about Keegan Menning, and now we're talking about Nebraska winning the national championship. That's Husker Hype Radio for you, man.
That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like even with these guys, like Keegan Menning, the last 2 guys, we had the fullback, Braden Clover and Trevin Lubin. I hate to say it. I've heard Lubin's name. Other than that, I don't know these fucking guys.
Yeah. And I mean, it's the same thing with all of these guys that are leaving. They're Nebraska boys, and you love them for getting a shot and being able to wear the N on the side of their helmet. It's a kid's dream come true. But when you're behind Gabe Irvin and Ramir and Emmett and Dante Dowdell, do you really want to get your ass kicked by that black shirt defense every single day in practice on scout team? I don't blame him, dude. I don't fucking blame him. I mean,
Yeah,
I would, because I'm a Husker and I got heart. Those guys probably got heart too, but I'd get my ass kicked and I'd blow both my knees out for that. If I could say that 2023, 2024 black shirt defense did it to me. I'll walk on a wheelchair for the rest of my life and be on that practice squad.
Say paralyzed. I'll paralyze. Yeah. Drink out of a straw.
Who's that over there in the wheelchair? Oh, that's Eddie Rosenthal. He had one practice and now he's paralyzed from the neck down.
I was on the Nebraska Cornhusker football team. Go big red, bleed red shit coin.
Oh.
All right. Well, Trevin and Braden, best of luck to you guys in the future. Here's another roster change. Eli pointed us out in the text chain today. Ruquan Buckley switches from defensive line to O-line. What do we think about this one, boys?
I went and looked at his Twitter profile. He's listed as an offensive guard now. So he's going to be a guard in the interior, probably beefing up, getting about 280, 300 pounds. That's another body frame like Micah Mazuka and their Mazuka. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. 300 pounds, big old 6'5". Big Ten football, here we come.
Oh my God, dude. Ruquan on the line. Big Buckley boy on the line.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Watch him pull. Ruquan pull. Dylan Raiola follows him. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, all the way home. Ruquan takes 3 players on this play. It's a touchdown, Nebraska. That's it right there.
Fireball time. Fireball.
Da, 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 da.
Beautiful. Yeah, 6'6", 300 pounds. And when we got guys on the defensive line that can already hold it down, we got guys coming in too. I mean, and that just shows you what a player Ruquan is. He goes, yeah, coach, I will switch to offensive line. I'll make this team better. And I'll do it, and I'll go out and I'll beat out Makuza. Maybe hopefully that's his mindset. If you're going to switch positions, then you better think that, you're ready to start. And the coaches probably think you can do that as well. Not just for depth. They want this boy to be on the field. I'm pumped up for Ruquan. He's a Michigan.
We also forgot to mention that Ethan Piper is also not on the roster anymore, but I've heard he's going to be an assistant coach.
Yeah.
Kind of like in that role.
I saw that too. And Pipe, man, he's an all Nebraska guy. But I think that there's guys that can perform better than him, even with the injuries that he experienced last year. You'd love to have him and be on the team, but I think he realizes it. And Coach Rule probably told him and said, "Hey, you're a little banged up, bud. Let's go and I want you to be a part of this team." But in all likelihood, we got Ruquan, we got Micah.
Justin Evans Jenkins.
Yeah.
I have a question to propose. So like on defense, because all right, so I hand up, not a football guy in the sense of X's and O's and fucking playing the game, but on defense, you obviously have a lot more rotation with guys in the D line, linebackers, defensive backs, especially like Michigan. They played like 50 dudes on defense this year. I guess my thought is, are we adding all these guys on O-line to kind of keep that, or to kind of have that on offensive line too, to keep fresh legs, keep fucking blocking and shit like that? What do you guys think about that? I feel like that's not as common for the offensive line.
I feel like that. I feel like the offensive line is more of they have to be a cohesive unit.
Right.
Like those guys got to be in sync a lot more than the defensive line does. All you got to do on defense is go out and wreak havoc. But on the offense, it's more of you got to know what your guy is doing next to you and got to be really familiar with how he works and everything. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, that'd be nice to see a rotation on offensive line if they can do that. But it's probably not as feasible as rotating as many guys as we do on the offensive line, on the defense.
Part of the reason why I asked that question too is because like just the amount of injuries and the amount of guys we played last year they're probably already kind of thinking about that, I bet.
Right.
Go ahead, Eddie.
Well, of the second half of the season, that whole, was it the left side, went down. We had Turner out and Teddy out. So Justin Evans Jenkins came in and Piper went out too.
Mhm.
So I mean,
Yep.
pretty much 3 of the 5 guys who started were out for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah. Go ahead.
I think something we'll see more of next year is like, if you watch the NFL games, like Lions, they bring in an extra tackle at tight end position, or like Titans bring in a tight end tackle position. I think Matt Rule wants to get back to that because I was watching some Temple tape, got bored at work, went back, and he brings a big old lineman in tight end. He puts him in motion across. He just knocks that defensive end on his ass, and then that Dante Dowdell, 4 yards, 4 yards, 4 yards, and then 40-yard blast. We got some Big Ten football coming, boys. We got some Big Ten football coming.
And we'll say, hey, I'm running the football right here, baby. I'm running the football right here. Try and fucking stop it.
Yeah, ain't gonna happen.
And Micah, try and fucking stop it, bitch. Because you ain't gonna. And I'll do the same play all the way down the fucking field. Gabe first, then Dante, then Ramir. Oh, we got Emmett too. I'll go ahead.
Play action. Dylan Raiola, 90-yard fucking bomb. On your head, boy. On your head, boy. Woo!
Hey, why not? We'll go ahead and put Carter back there also. I'm gonna put Carter back as fullback and do a fucking trap play to him. Dude, the personnel on offense actually, now that we're talking about it, is gonna be insane next year. We're gonna have a lot of fucking guys back there, baby, that can make plays, guys that can block, guys that can. I saw on this roster, IGC's back, bro.
Yeah, he is.
IGC is on that roster. So we got a leader in IGC. We got Jamal. We got freaking Isaiah. There's going to be too many weapons on this field, brother. How is anybody going to stop this Nebraska offense coached by Marcus Satterfield and Glenn Thomas? It's going to be fucking insane. Prayers to everybody that we play next year.
Another thing I was thinking about while I was watching that, it was Packers or 49ers 2 weeks ago. They had motioned the wide receiver over to take the defensive end on a chip block. And I'm thinking, going through Nebraska's wide receivers like Malachi Coleman, he ain't afraid to block. IGC's got nothing to lose. He ain't afraid to block. So we're going to have some boys that can motion over and kick out that D end. And you already know Matt Rule's watching that like, hey, Marcus, you better put that in the film room or else your ass is gone, buddy. You're gone.
Yep. And Glenn's an NFL guy, so he watches that film and he's gonna take things that NFL teams have done and implement that into Nebraska. We're gonna have a lot of minds combining here. We can't do have many cooks in the kitchen, as E-Rock said, but still, I think with Glenn coming in and just a lot of can we do this, can we do that, and then come down to the best option for this offense. It's going to be amazing. And folks, that's why you watch Husker Hype Radio, because E-Rock's watching fucking Temple film, baby. He's getting bored at work and turning on some old Matt Rule Temple film and saying, hey, watch out when we got 8 fucking 300-pound guys on the line and we're going to be running the ball every single play. We're going to take a whole fucking quarter out on one drive and Ohio State's going to have no room to do anything. Because we already ran out we went through the whole first half on 2 fucking drives. Our defensive stats, they might not be too padded this year because it's going to be ground and pound. And then you watch Dylan Raiola throw a 30-yard touchdown pass to end the drive, baby. And that's Nebraska football. That's Big Red football. That's 2024 Nebraska football that you'll see at the Coliseum, in Columbus, in Lincoln, Nebraska. It's going to be everywhere. And we're going to God, this school, dude. Oh my God. How's Dion going to stop 8 300-pound linemen with his freaking IMG guys from wherever, where they don't even have a cohesive unit. They're playing for themselves. They're playing for the NIL. They're playing with their Louis bags on. No, we're playing with our bootstraps and our steel toes strapped onto our feet. And we're going down there and we're looking for necks to snap.
And we're going to snap them.
Yep.
We're going to snap them.
Snapping necks. Beautiful.
You know what I hate about fucking Coach Prime, dude? There was a report in the last 2 weeks that was like, Coach Prime thinks there needs to be reform in the transfer portal and the transfer portal is bad. I'm like, wasn't he the motherfucker that was like, hashtag I ain't hard to find or some shit?
Yes, that is his story on his Twitter.
Yeah. And the guy who in this 2024 recruiting class only got 4 guys from high school and the rest all transfers. Like what? Like he's talking out of somebody else's mouth here. I feel like he doesn't know even who he is. He has he's lost his identity. It's insane. It's crazy.
I did not know that stat.
Yeah. 4 recruits, maybe 6 from high school. All the rest are transfer portal players. Ugh.
Not sustainable.
We're building the program from the ground up. That's what Nebraska's doing. All right, guys. Little fun segment here. We don't have too much to talk about. I mean,
Slow weekend news.
Slow week of news. Spring ball. When does spring ball start up? I mean, they're working out right now, right? I've seen those workout videos. They're definitely working out right now. They're just getting team camaraderie built up, getting the new guys in the house. Dante shaking hands with Gabe. I think Dante and Emma Johnson, I don't know if they're going to like each other too much, but that's going to be a good thing. Yeah.
That's good.
There's going to be some competition because as soon as Dante Dowdle, I saw on Twitter, as soon as he committed to Nebraska, Emma Johnson posted a video of his highlights with like the little like demon face.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is my backfield. Come
Yeah.
try to take it, buddy. Come try to take it.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been here, bud. I know what this offense is like. And Dante's saying, okay. We'll see what it's like then.
Yep.
That's going to be fun, dude. That's all good fun, baby. Your teammates, but
That's just iron sharpening iron. Iron sharpening iron, baby.
Exactly, dude. You don't have to be friends on the team to win. I mean, you know, the old in the 90s where nobody really liked Tommy Frazier because he was an asshole in practice. He wasn't the guy that you wanted to be friends with because he was telling you what to do and how to do it. But we won the 1995 national championship and we beat everybody by like 30 plus points. So that's just kind of what
you know what they don't talk about, Eddie? They don't talk about these motherfuckers that would go into a basement and fucking brawl until they went to practice the next day with black eyes, and Coach Osborne's like, all right, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, don't tell. I don't even want to know about it. I don't even want to know about it.
Must have had a wild night last night, boys, huh?
Yep. Boys went out
On the line.
Yep. Exactly. Well, here's a fun little thing that we could do. Guys, new game day traditions we would add. I had a couple of here that I put down on the doc. First one I put down, corn LeBron. Now, what do you think that means? What is that? What do you think I'm trying to say there? With corn LeBron.
Corn LeBron.
I have an idea. I'm gonna say, like, you know how LeBron before the game does the fucking chalk toss?
I do, yeah.
That, get some fucking cans of corn, put your hand, everybody throws it in the air.
Yes. Or that's exactly what I was thinking. Yes. Or you get like the feed corn. The farmers of Nebraska, they'll all be around. You just take it out. You just put a handful of corn out of the trough before the game. Everybody's going like this. They got corn in their hands right before the game. And soon as the first kickoff, just corn up in the air. And then that feed corn that they use, it will get picked up after the game and fed to Nebraska. It will get picked up after the game and fed to Nebraska cows. And that can be like the big red steaks or something like that. You sell that, you said these cows ate steak that was during the first game against Colorado in Memorial Stadium and they won. You know? Like this is big red feed corn right here.
That'd be a hell of a job to clean up. That'd be a fucking job to clean up, dude. Every week.
I was gonna say I love the idea, but the cleanup job, fuck that. And then I don't know if I'm trying to eat that steak because when you clean that shit up, you're probably spitting.
Yeah,
some kids in the student section are throwing up on the ground up there.
Yeah, definitely don't take it from the student section. The Nebraska wave. What do you guys think of what? So Iowa, you know, they have the wave where they wave to the Children's Hospital. A really good tradition. Probably the only good thing about Iowa football.
I agree.
That is the only good thing about Iowa football is that wave. at the start of the fourth quarter. The Nebraska wave is at the start of every fourth quarter. We go ahead and face to the east, flip off Iowa, face to the west, flip off Colorado, and then do a big old go big red led by Larry the Cable Guy.
Nice.
Every home game.
I
Solid.
thought for Nebraska wave, I thought you were going to say we all pull our pants down and then we just wave our dicks back and forth.
Yeah, we could add that into the mix too. While we're flipping them off, we're waving our dicks.
Some Braveheart action there. Some Braveheart
dude.
action.
I wouldn't want to fuck with a guy that pulls his pants down and waves his dick around.
No,
Not 90,000 of them. That's 90,000 dicks.
maybe it has to be early in the fall. We don't do that in the
It's
November
cold out here,
games.
dude. It's fucking
I'll
November
do it.
11th.
I'll do it. I don't care. I'll do it.
I'm
Front
prepared.
row.
I'm prepared.
Oh, dude, that'd be hilarious.
Put a mitten around it.
That would be good. I like that. I think we should implement the Nebraska wave. Dude, what happened to Husker Power after like replays and reviews? You remember when they would do an official review and the whole stadium, the whole entire time they were trying to review it, it would be Husker Power. I feel like the last 2 games I went, we didn't do any Husker Power. Did they do them any games you went this year, Aaron?
They do it before the game starts now, before the tunnel walk. And I think sometimes they do it before the fourth quarter as well.
Yeah, they do it before the fourth quarter.
I think Husker Power, dude, we got to use that a lot more because that's goosebumps right there, dude. When the whole stadium for 5, because I remember it used to be during reviews. It was when the ref was looking in the little freaking thing, and we did Husker Power to go our way, and it would always work.
To piggyback off that, I will say sometimes the Husker vision, like the shit they play in the big screen and the music they play, doesn't rile the crowd up. It's just kind of really not applicable, and it doesn't like get us going.
Do we need DJ Faders to tune in his soundboard? I think we get a Ethernet cable all the way from Costa Mesa to Lincoln, and everything that DJ Faders plays is in sync with the Nebraska game. That'd be ideal.
We need Fireball after every touchdown.
Yes.
So legalize alcohol.
Yeah, it's 1 beer. Yeah, they need to get beer in the stadium, and when Nebraska scores a touchdown, it's like a special. It's like $2 Fireball shots or something.
I see that on the list too.
Like
Are we getting beer in the fucking stadium or what?
Bro, if they're having it at PBA, they have it at Pinto Blanca Ringer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then what is the freaking deal? Have it at Memorial Stadium.
We had beer in the stadium for volleyball day when the girls played in Memorial.
Yeah.
So yeah, Trev sent a flyer or a little thing about all the people that have season tickets. It's like fill out this little thing about what you want the most. The number one thing was legalized beer at the stadium. So it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time in politics and all that bullshit.
Yeah. I think it's honestly insane that we don't, dude. Cornhead Lager, sell some corn. Dude, I guarantee you the first game that we sell beer in the stadium with Cornhead Lager, we'll be able to pay Dylan Raiola $3 million.
For sure.
Like,
Dude,
it's gonna be crazy, dude. That's all you need to is Cornhead Lager, Busch Light, and Fireball. That's the only 3 things on the menu. And that bitch will sell out every single week.
I mean, yeah, do the math. You price these what, $7, $8 a piece. At least 60,000 people are having 2 to 3 of them.
Right.
But that adds up fast.
Yeah.
I'm having fucking 10, dude.
Yeah. Well, we got to account for like the old grandma. Old grandma,
Right.
she's having 0, but I'm having 20, so right in the middle.
And it's not, that needs to change, and that needs to change this season. Hopefully we implement that. Beer in the
I
stadium.
feel like they probably won't implement that until after the renovation for some reason. I feel like that.
I agree.
I could see that happen. Yeah. Which maybe we could get the renovation done faster if we drink more beer to fucking fund it.
Now you're thinking.
Why are we not on the board? Why are we not on the athletic directing board? That's what I want to know, dude.
I would also legalize marijuana. I'm not trying to do it, but just saying I'd legalize it so that state taxes go towards that. We don't have to ask for donations from boosters. have the NIL pack or big red pack. That shit.
I'm
be
smoking
funded in
on
a
that
week.
big red pack.
I'm smoking on that rule pack, boy.
I thought you were saying that E-Rock so we could just blow dope in the stadium.
Dr. E-Rock for Congress.
I prescribe whatever's needed, boys. I prescribe whatever's needed.
Dude. Jesus. Okay.
Right now, I need a national championship, boys.
I'll take 2.
Yeah, fuck. I'll be dead after we win 1.
Super Bowl predictions. We got 3 minutes left here. It's Niners and Chiefs. Brock Purdy versus Pat Mahomes. I hate to say it, but I think that the Chiefs are going to win again.
I want
Aaron,
the
go
Chiefs.
ahead.
I want the Chiefs to win. I like the Niners. I like McCaffrey. Kittle's a dog. Purdy's cool. But I just want the fucking Chiefs to win. I have family down in Kansas City, and if they win, I might go fucking party down there, dude.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm just tired of this same thing every year, bro. I'm tired of the Chiefs. And
The
I'm
thing I
not
think
a-
that's different about the Chiefs, though, compared to like other powerhouses in past, they weren't like fucking every team up this year. They weren't like I think they were odds on favorite at the start of the year to win, but like throughout the year they were not top 5. And so to see them like turn it around, their offense fucking sucked half the year, and them to do better, I think that's sick.
yeah.
But they are
feels a
getting
lot
that
like the Patriots. It
Yeah,
feels a
they're-
lot like the Patriots, like the year that Tom Brady got suspended. Their team started off slow, everything's going bad, but then Hall of Fame quarterback finds Hall of Fame tight end, everything starts going well.
And it's gotten
Yeah.
to that point where like they were like America's team because they were like they're like kind of like the Lions this year. Like if the Lions won like 4 out of the next 5 Super Bowls, people would be like, all right, these fucking guys, fuck the Lions.
That's true.
That's how the Chiefs were. They're like, oh, the Chiefs, we'll
Valid.
give the Chiefs some of their wins. You know, they fucking suck always. But now it's like fatigue. People don't want to see them doing well.
Right. Right. Well, this is just my thing with why I think the Chiefs are going to win, because it's going to be a close game. Both teams are great, but at the end of the game, are you picking Patrick Mahomes to go down and score a touchdown, or are you picking Brock Purdy? That's my reasoning.
I agree.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like Eli really wants the 49ers, and I want to see the 49ers win too, but I just don't know if I have faith in Brock Purdy's brother.
I just want to see a good game, to be honest. I don't want to see a blowout.
Yeah.
I've actually made a very radical decision this year. I was cheering for the Lions very hard. I was cheering for the Ravens very hard. I'm not watching the Super Bowl this year. I will be studying Matt Rule's college game tape, and I am not watching Super Bowl.
Eli.
That's anti-American.
Eli.
Hey, brother, I will go die for anybody besides Joe Biden. But besides that, not to get political, but America.
America, fuck yeah. All right, boys.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not
Well, okay, so I mean, I think we didn't really do any predictions, but we talked about it, so that counts.
Well, we still have next week because of the Pro Bowls this weekend.
Yeah. Guys, make sure you watch this one on YouTube. Aaron's wearing a bathrobe. He might have whipped his cock out at some point. We didn't say when he did, so you got to make sure that you watch the whole thing through. Folks, another episode of Husker Hype Radio, episode 38. Eddie Rosenthal, Aaron Worsfold, Dr. E-Rock. We did it again, as always.
bleed red, shit corn,
Go
go big
Big
red.
Red. Go Big Red.